Welcome back to Wepner Farms Productions. We got a little bit of overcast, a little bit of smoke, small chance of rain, so you know it's gonna be a good day. Just got kind of done with chores, moved a bunch of calves. Little Ricky's gonna clean that calf burn out, clean the pre-fresh out, stuff like that. And I'm gonna go spray. Dad's gonna go cut some hay and maybe some wheat. We'll see how things go there. And Big Ricky, I think, is hopefully gonna spread some fertilizer. So according to my Bible, we are spraying. Well, this is a Liberty product. It's actually stronger than a True Liberty. So we got 24 ounces of that. We got our Serrano. That's basically dual. It's just another brand of it, I guess. And then we got 26 ounces of Roundup we're putting in there, along with a pint of crop oil to every 100 gallons of water, and 2 pounds of AMS to treat the water. So I got this thing loaded already. I actually loaded it earlier this morning when I got done with my chores, and then we went and ate breakfast and moved calves. So this thing's ready to go. Besides, I got to purge the booms, and then we can head her to the field. All right, we are our designated boom purging spot. My mirror got crooked for some reason. I'm just running back here, checking all my nozzle bodies, making sure everything's working. Everything seems to be working. About 30 seconds now. Should have all the product to the tips. Should be ready to spray without leaving any streaks at all. This thing's not happy because apparently you're supposed to be in the operator's seat when you're using the machine. So yeah, I see we got some white coming down, some white streaks coming down. So should have product to everything. All right, just pulled up through the barnyard. We're gonna hit the road. Got our GPS and guidance, not guidance, well, guidance. We got everything set up. We got the whole 9 yards set up. We had a whopping 1 mile down the road to get to our first field. So yeah, we'll see you there. I think my weeds are ready to get sprayed. Yep. Good call, Scooter. There was a lack of communication on what was planted in this field. And, well, the beans are growing, and so are the weeds. So, time for me to get this sprayed off. This is first pass on this field. It should have been sprayed about a month and a half ago, and it would have probably been clean right now. So, yeah, I mean, the beans are in here, and they actually look pretty good. I mean, they're pretty tall, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, look at these suckers. They're here. They're growing. Just take a gander over here. Not so weedy here. Look about the same. Just gotta get the weeds killed now. And this rye, not a good time to kill this rye. It's already pollinated out, reproduced. Ain't got much for leaves anymore. We can consider it a dual crop. It's not a very big field, that's for sure. We're just going kitty corner across it just to make it a little easier on ourselves. It's just gonna be 2 passes, so got the booms running super high. Just trying to get coverage on that rye. See if we can't get it killed off. And then hopefully we're gonna get the proper amount of coverage on or under leaves. So swing back to the top here. This field's kind of neat because this was all logged off around it, so the trees are really short. It's kind of like you're in a little garden. It's just got bushes around it. So let's see do here. Just kind of watching my coverage map to see where I really gotta be. Trust me, that's not a miss there. It looks like it might be a miss, but it's not. And then we're gonna swing her over here and just go like straight to that corner. This is probably running over less beans and going back and forth by the time you do all this turning around in here, because it would be like 3 passes of turning around if you went how the field is supposed to go versus how we're doing it now, doing it in 2 passes. So hopefully the weeds will die, because we're a little late to the party on this one. On to the next field. We are just coming on 20 acres in right now, spraying the tower field is what we call it, because it's got a big old tower in it. Laying her down. These beans look pretty nice. Field's relatively clean. There's some weedy patches. Biggest thing with soybeans, especially on these 30-inch rows, is that there is no weed suppressant. So typically you'll see 2 applications, especially for us, because we're doing no-till on all this. So basically come in, first application, depends on how weedy it is. This year we did Roundup on everything, but otherwise we're just looking to get residual out to kill all the seedlings of these weeds. And then second application, if it didn't get Roundup the first time, is to actually take those weeds out. So I mean, we already had 1 application of weed control. I gotta turn around. So I mean, everything's gonna get Roundup twice now is what's gonna happen. I don't think that there's any fields that we're not gonna spray a second time this year. Sometimes we get by with only spraying it once, but most of the time we're gonna do 2 applications. So our dual, that's a residual that's gonna kill all the seedlings that are gonna try to grow on us, and then our Liberty and Roundup are what are killing the weeds that are outside of the ground. So actually, I was just thinking about this the past few days, and like, if we had John Deere's See and Spray system where you were just spraying the weeds on our pre-emerge, we would have probably saved a lot of money, because there was not a lot of weeds out there, but there was enough weeds that we had to spray them to kill them. But it wasn't enough that like the whole field needed to be sprayed, but didn't really have a choice the way we're doing it. So everything got sprayed with Roundup. So yeah, we're spraying. Getting her done. I smacked some grass on that side, so I got some grass hanging. Just got our first 50 acres sprayed. We ended up on the wrong end of the field conveniently. And yeah, we're gonna go load up with another load. We got about 5-6 hours till chance of rain, so we're gonna load this load up, get that sprayed, and then we'll check the weather again, see what's coming in, and go from there. Liberty, it says that you're supposed to be done spraying it, or it's supposed to be applicated a minimum of 4 hours before rain. I think that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, or it might just be saying that just to get this out on the ground. So who really knows? Agronomist said if you got a good 2 hours before rain, he said should be doing all right. It's kind of overcast. I wish it was sunny, but at least we have the heat units today for it, so that'll help it along. Well, we got 113 acres sprayed today. Not a very long day of spraying. There's rain and thunder showers that are supposed to come in about 3 hours. If there's any truth to that, I don't know, but it looks like sun all day tomorrow. So I'm just gonna shut her down now. I'd rather not take the chance if it's supposed to be rainy tomorrow, or rainy tonight and sunny tomorrow. Might as well wait for tomorrow. So not 100% sure what I'm gonna do now, but I know I got that pile of urea that I'd really like to get out of there because it is hard as a rock right now, and honestly it's just, we're losing it. It's melting and it's leaving. It's gonna be gone. So I think I'm gonna try to spread that. We got ourselves a tractor, 6430. I think it's a 6430. Yeah, the old 6430. This is the tractor that we used to use for bedding, and Big Ricky just redid the whole motor on it. Brand new motor. That is outstanding. I'm so happy. What I just discovered, there is a bucket in the way. Why would they do this to me? They do this every year. How are we gonna move that? I don't have a loader on this. Alright, be back. We got a bucket. Just hollered to little Ricky to get a skid steer and fork, so hopefully he heard me and he understands what's going on. So I don't know if I have a pin either. Hello, pin. We might have more problems. That works too. We should put skid steer plate on that. This is not the prettiest stuff we got to work with here. Hopefully it comes out appropriately. It's sat in here so long it's just melting. It's not really a good thing. Chunks in there. So I know Big Ricky was having problems with it being chunky already last time. So it's almost like water. Oh yeah, we're fertilizing. About 300 pounds the acre is what we're estimatedly doing. Hopefully, that's what we're supposed to be doing. So yeah, back and forth. This thing does roughly 30 feet. So yeah, we're gonna just keep driving around on corn ground until we get her empty. Gonna do this field first. Got a field on the other side over there. That's a kind of an odd shaped field. Probably won't be too much fun to Y drop, so I'm gonna go and do it with this thing, and then I guess see how much we have left and go from there. This is fun, real good time. I don't think I've ever spread fertilizer with this tractor. Hopefully we don't get stuck. The old plant two, skip one. I'm curious, see how this is gonna do. I'm running right down my sprayer tracks right now. Yeah, not much else to see really. Everything on the spreader is aluminum. I we got no mounts for aluminum, unfortunately. We just reloaded now. Maybe put a little more on there than we maybe should have. Going on this low ground, 2-wheel drive, lightweight tractor. Could be a recipe for disaster, but could be fun as well. So we sent it, piled her up on there. We're gonna have, there's like 2 more scoops there that's got to be cleaned up, but with the sky looking like it could have possibly been ready to rain, I wasn't gonna put it on there. Plus it's already really heavy for this tractor actually. So we're gonna bounce our way to the field and try to get this unloaded. Hammering down. We're going about 9 miles an hour. This field is a little bit bumpy. This tractor, the steering is pretty loose. It could use a little maintenance on the old front end. We were gonna sell it, and we may still sell it, but I don't know, it hasn't made it to the sales department very fast here, so it's just been sticking around doing odd end jobs. It is, I do like having this tractor around. It'd be a nice little 2-wheel drive tractor, but it's probably worth more than the space it takes up in the shed. We do have that little loader tractor. This thing's been kind of taking over that thing's job, because that tractor is a lot more clumsy, and right now the clutch is out on it and has been put way to the bottom of the list of things to fix right now by Big Ricky. So it works. It's honestly what a lot of people would consider the perfect tractor for the job, which it probably is. It's bumpy and doesn't drive straight, so it hasn't got me 100% sold. If I was gonna do 400, 500 acres with this, I would probably be not the most pleased person in the world, but it would get the job done, no problem. And that's really all that matters. The AC works, radio cuts in and out, and the seats got air in it, so we'll survive. Well, got the fertilizer all cleaned up in there. I shoveled it all up and whatnot, but it is prime spraying conditions. So now we're gonna go back in the sprayer. I didn't think we were gonna be back in this today, but I just looked at the weather and they say no rain for a very long time now. Sometime tonight is hot, humid, perfect for spraying Liberty, and we're gonna have to just hit the weeds. So we didn't end up going back to the field we left off on, seeing that the weather is so perfect for spraying this. We decided to go and hit our target fields, our fields that are water hemp, and mainly water hemp is our biggest concern, but hitting those fields that are the worst for weeds, and we're just spraying them. We'll come back and finish off where we left off over there probably tomorrow. I think I'll probably be a little bit short, but I'm close to having enough product on for our 3 main target fields. There's about 60 acres that needs to be sprayed in ideal conditions, just in case the Liberty doesn't do its full effect. So this is real odd shaped. It's down by our ponds back here. Yeah, it just kind of goes around the ponds here, and it's kind of a little nook back here. I think in total there's maybe, I think like 10 acres maybe throughout all of it, and we just kind of spray a kitty corner across because it's easier that way. And what I mentioned before, when you got some of these little fields, you almost run less over going crossways versus trying to run the rows and turn around and figure out where you are when the field's a big circle, and it seems to work out pretty good. It is supposed to rain tonight. It's still on the forecast, so I'm gonna leave that set outside. Maybe some of the chemicals will get washed off, I don't know. Gonna finish fertilizer spreading with this beast, and then that'll get put in the shed. Probably put that in the shed and put that away and whatnot, but I'm gonna get this finished up and probably head her home after that. And the video here, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe. we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.